Yeah, let's go. This gonna be that season music right here. Man, I've been busy. I've been under construction. But we back at it. Let's go. For all you late night people. Some of y'all gonna have to catch this in the morning, but it's still gonna be hype. Let's go. Let's go. $2025 Dallas Cowboys season. Yep, we got the schedule. It is official. We get to see tonight. Y'all probably already seen it, but man, I had stuff to do today. But we're gonna look at it again if you haven't already seen it. But if you have, hey, I know you're excited. Yeah. Let's go. It don't get no hype than this. Let's go. Let me tell you this. I got the best music. I got the best music on YouTube. Made by me, of course. Let's go. Y'all hit that like button as you come in. Welcome, 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 Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. And if you like this live stream, hit that like button on your way in. Well, if you haven't seen it already, but I know you're gonna like it. Hit that like button on the way in. If you haven't, please subscribe. Make sure you share this content. Don't nobody do it like this. Let's go. Turn it up. Cowboys. Boy, we getting ready to turn up for 2025. We getting ready to turn up. Let me tell y'all something, boy, the Cowboys, the league is banking on the Cowboys. The league wants the Dallas Cowboys to be good. The league depends on it. I'm telling you. Let's go. Let's get into these topics real quick. So our topics for the night, they're not going to be that long. We're going to go over the Cowboys schedule, of course. We're going to run through the schedule. Then we're going to come back and we're going to get our schedule prediction. And then we're going to listen to Dak on the ticket. Dak on the ticket. And I thought it was pretty dope. Dak had some pretty interesting things to say in that short 7 minutes. Or maybe it was longer, but all I got is 7 minutes. We're going to check out Dak on the ticket. We're going to get a roll call real quick. And whether it be 10 or 10,000, we're going to talk Cowboys tonight. Let's go. Y'all tell me what you think about that music, man. This going to be hype, boy. It's going to be hype when the season starts. Yeah, this going to be it. Let's go. Let's get a quick roll call in. Let's get a quick roll call. Man, I got so much music. How about some new roll call music? What y'all think? Let's go. Yep. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Let's get this roll call going. Got my man J. Lou in the crib. What's going on? He said, how many wins? We're going to look at it tonight. My man Michael Tyra in the crib tonight. He said 13-4. He says, I'm ready to break this schedule down. Yes, sir. Me too. Yes, sir. OG Cowboy fans for life. He says 13 wins. Boy, y'all starting to sound like me now. Let's go. Let's go. CH Matt. He said, what up? He said, let's get it done. Miss Matrix in the crib tonight. Calvin Jefferson in the crib. What's going on? Marcus Rowe. Yes, sir. Late night vibes. Get that coffee ready. Let's go. Jared Thomas. Dak Prescott, number 1 fan. I'm number 2. What's going on? He said, I would have guessed at least 10. All right, I see you. Final Hall. What's up? Let's go. Miss Matrix, my sister in the crib. What's going on with you? Yeah. You that night owl. Yes. Late night. Cowboys. Let's go. Young Star, what up with you? What up, fam? Miss Matrix, I agree with you. She said hit that like button. Let's go. My man Kenneth Strode, what happened? He said, hope it's some good news. Man, I just been, as far as I go, man, I just been under construction. I got some stuff, man. It's going to look a little bit more different in here over the next couple of days. Got some stuff I've been working on, but got to get back at it. Calvin Jefferson, yes. It's like 110 where you are. Yes, sir. Hey, we doing late over here, man. We in Texas. It's only midnight. D.L. Jefferson, what up with you? Hey, what up, what up? Let's go. LaQueen, my sister, what's going on with you? Oh, Cliff Rockefeller, what up? Yes, sir. Well. He said, I don't know, G, NFL good to help him with these 4 Thursday games. Hey, NFL gods help with these 4 Thursday games. Hey, man. Oh, Cliff Rockefeller. Just like the Dallas Mavericks, give up Luka Doncic, wind up getting the first round draft pick. I think somebody is saying something. Man, we need these Cowboy teams to be competitive. Life ain't good without the Cowboys being good in the NFL. Jacob Jackson, boy, he said 14-3. Let's go. George Boney, he says 7.5 wins. Uh-oh, you must got a tie in there somewhere. Gene Moss, what's going on? He said, thank God for back up the dog. Yes, sir. Let's do this. Yes, sir. Hey, Ron, 808, 12-5 is very doable. Yes, sir. We're going to look at it. My man, Hooded Kush. Yes, sir. Late night. Let's do it. Turn it up. All right, let's get into this first topic, y'all. So our first topic for the night is going to be the Dallas Cowboys schedule. All right, so let's get into this schedule. Now, y'all might not remember, but there was a preliminary. They were talking about who the Cowboys may play. And in that preliminary, I kind of already had the Cowboys at somewhere around 11-5. But now that I'm kind of looking at this thing, man, let me tell you something. With George Pickens being added to this team, I do believe that there is a possibility that we could be looking at 11 wins. But we're going to see how we look. We got to see a little bit how we're going to look in the offseason. So what we're going to do real quick is we're first going to run through the schedule one by one. And DallasCowboys.com, man, they got a very good PowerPoint about each game. So we're going to go through that PowerPoint, man. I think it looks really, really good. Let's check it out. So this is the PowerPoint, and they're basically telling you what time by what game and what time. And it's funny to me, people are talking about, the Kansas City Chiefs, or they taking the Dallas Cowboys' place as America's team. Well, they're not taking the Dallas Cowboys' place as America's team, because just glimpsing at this schedule, and I haven't really looked at it in full, but just glimpsing at it, nah. The NFL understands who America's team is. They are really trying to get the Cowboys in a lot of prime time spots to make sure that people can watch the Dallas Cowboys. And so, I'm telling y'all, I said this before, people do not understand, man. The league needs the Dallas Cowboys. And they don't need the Dallas Cowboys to be 7-10. The league needs the Dallas Cowboys to be 11-6, 12-5. 13-4. Oh man, 14-3 would be crazy work. But they need the Cowboys to be successful. And they not only need the Dallas Cowboys to be successful. Let me tell you something. The further the Cowboys make it in the playoffs, the more money this league makes. Because whoever plays the Dallas Cowboys, it is going to be must-see TV. See, it don't matter who the Cowboys play, because whoever the Cowboys play, that game is going to be heavily watched. But it matters to those other teams that they play the Cowboys, because it means more exposure for them. And that's kind of what we are looking at. So let's kind of run through these. Let me read a couple of comments. I like some of the comments you guys are making. My man Jared, he said he thinks it's going to be 11-6. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, yes, sir. Hey, it's all good. Jared says, Nick Wright said the Kansas City Chiefs are the face of the league over the Dallas Cowboys. No, they're not. Jared Thomas. You know how we know the Kansas City Chiefs are not the face of this league? It's very simple to me. Let's look at the Dallas Cowboys' first game up on the screen. Why didn't the league open up the season opener with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys? Why didn't the league open up this season with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs? Can somebody explain that to me? Because I don't know about y'all, but if I were this league, I would be putting the face of the league in the first game of the season against the Super Bowl winner. Oh, yeah, they did that. It's the Dallas Cowboys. That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. Why didn't we get this rematch? As a matter of fact, Jared, you know how else we know this is not true? Why didn't this league give the Philadelphia Eagles, why didn't this league have the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs playing on Thanksgiving Day? Why not? Why not let the face of the league get in these primetime games against the Eagles, who are the Super Bowl champions? No. The Dallas Cowboys move the needle. They do. They move the needle for sure. Dank said our cornerback room is very weak. We're going to talk about it a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about that. Miss Matrix said, yeah, y'all going to have to break that down because I don't see 11 to 12 wins. Oh, Miss Matrix, I'm about to break it down for you. Dank said he sees 7 at most. Okay, we about to see. Oak Cliff Rockefeller, he said, league greedy on Thanksgiving, though. Yes, sir. And they got the Cowboys playing the Chiefs. Do we not realize they could have easily broke that game up? If the Chiefs are really that big of a draw, why not put the Chiefs as the early game or the late game, the middle game, and then let the Cowboys be the late game or vice versa? But they saw how many views the Cowboys got. The game between the Cowboys and the Giants on Thanksgiving Thursday, and neither one of those teams were even in playoff contention. I forgot. We were dreaming. For some reason, we were dreaming about the Cowboys making the playoffs. It wasn't even going to happen. It was the most viewed game of the season. Youngstar said 15-2. Marcus Rose said, man, we can get 12 wins if Shotty is what I think he can be as a coach. Yes, sir. I agree with you. Dank, stop it. Dank 9,000 said they want to see another blowout. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Youngstar, yes, they got the Cowboys in these primetime games because they need the ratings. Because no one is moving the ratings needle like the Dallas Cowboys. They know what's up. They know what's up. Yeah, Nick Wright been talking out his butt about the Chiefs being all that. Even he knows better than that. He knows better than that. Hey, Marcus Rowe, you know what's so funny? I would challenge Nick Wright. I would challenge Nick Wright and Gil Brandt of Good Morning Football. I would challenge both of them. Don't talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Don't talk about the Dallas Cowboys. During the season, just give the Cowboys a 30-second segment on your show. Watch your show die. Watch your show die. Watch your show die. I don't care what sports channel you are. If you are not talking about the Dallas Cowboys, your show during the football season is dead. If the Dallas Cowboys are not one of your topics on your sports show, on a national sports show, if the Dallas Cowboys are not one of your topics, your show is officially dead. It's over with. Nobody's going to want to hear you on a national level. The Cowboys are on a national level. Miss Matrix said 15-2 sounds good in theory. She said, but do we really want to go in the playoffs with a mindset that comes with that record? Yeah, I don't know if we're going to go 15-2, but let's deal with it. I just want to get some of y'all comments in here. All right, let's look at this. We're going to run through this real quick. So the Cowboys, looks like we have a 7:20 p.m. game 1, season opener, going to be an absolute banger. Going to be an absolute banger of a game. Let me see here. Let me get a couple more comments read here. He said, G, we're going to play Luther Burden III, and Nash and Genty, Amari and Hampton, Ted McMillan. Man, let me tell you something, Gene. Let me read Wilson Todd, and then we'll come back to you, Gene. Wilson Todd, yes, good vibes, yes, for sure. Gene, let me tell you something. This is a dream scenario for me. This Dallas Cowboys schedule to me, it's a dream. It's a dream scenario. Why do we want to go? Why do we want to go into the playoffs with the easiest schedule? Why do we want to go in with the easiest schedule? No, I want the hardest schedule the Cowboys can get. Now, I know I'm probably thinking different than anybody else. No, I don't want no powder puff schedule for the Cowboys. I want the Dallas Cowboys to run through this. I want it to be hard. I want the schedule to be hard. Because that which doesn't kill you will make you stronger. I saw a comment on X. Got a lot of respect for the person that said it, but I didn't agree with it. And I pray that the Dallas Cowboys, and I pray that the Dallas Cowboy fans do not go into the season with these types of mindsets. The Cowboys only go as far as Dak takes us. Dak has to win some of these types of games. Dak. No. We did not do this nonsense in the 90s. We did not do this with the Super Bowl Cowboys in the 90s. We didn't do it. We didn't go into games saying we're going as far as Troy takes us. What? Troy wasn't taking us anywhere. Our team was so good. Troy wasn't taking us anywhere. Our team was beating the brakes off of the other teams. That's what our team was doing. Our defense was it was a number one defense. Number one overall rated defense. We were absolutely nasty in the trenches. And we didn't go into games talking about, yeah, man, we only going as far as Troy can take us. What? Maybe, just maybe, if we stop this dumb mentality of we're only going as far as Dak Prescott take us. Maybe if this team can get that nonsense out of their head, and maybe if Brian Schottenheimer can get that nonsense out of their head, we live as a team, we die as a team. No man will be the fault of this team losing. No man will be the reason why this team wins. We're going to win together. We're all going to do our part. We're all going to play high-level football. We got to get out of this mentality about it being about Dak Prescott. Dak going to do what Dak do. If Dak is healthy, you don't have to worry about Dak doing his part. Dak is going to get you 10, 11, 12, maybe even 13 games in a season like with what he has right now. Where this team has got to rise to the occasion. We have to stop making, will Dak Prescott make the next step? No, will this team make the next step? Why do we go into a playoff putting that much pressure on the quarterback? When other teams are smart saying, we got to take some of that kind of pressure off the quarterback. We got to get the quarterback a run game. We got to get him a wide receiver duo. We got to get him an offensive line. And matter of fact, let's go get him a defense. Let's go get him a defense that can not only get pressure, sack the quarterback, turn the quarterback over, get pick sixes, get strip sack fumbles. How about we get him a defense that can do that? Oh, I got it. How about we build a team? You think? Well, people got to stop the Dak Prescott talk. If we will come into this season, one for all and all for one, this team is going to do major damage. Major damage. And again, as we come into this first game, we're playing the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me tell y'all something. Don't y'all think for a second that we can't win this game. Don't y'all think for a second we can't win this first game. Don't y'all think for a second we can't win this first game. Gene Morris, appreciate that $5 super chat. He says, this is going to be just like NASCAR. We get our Super Bowl right at the beginning of the year to see what we have and what we are. I love it. Gene Morris, me and you on the same page. I said it. There's no better game than this one. This is the best game they could have gave the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm going to tell y'all something. We can't lose it. I will not be surprised. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to put this game in the loss column. But understand the method to my madness. This is the litmus test. This is going to be the bar that this team is going to carry for the rest of the season. This will be the bar. I love this is where they started the Dallas Cowboys. I just wonder if this is what Jerry Jones was wanting this bad. Jerry Jones was lobbying for the season to be opened up with the Cowboys and the Eagles. There are so many things we're going to find out about this team. We're going to find out the character of this team. We're going to see the direction they're trying to go in. We're going to see if Brian Schottenheimer can resist having two wide receivers as dynamic as C.D. Lamb and George Pickens. We're going to see what does his run game look like. How will he use Phil Maffa? I don't think Sanders is going to make the team. How will he use Javonte Williams, Phil Maffa, Jaden Blue? How will he use that combination? It's only going to be the first game. But I got a feeling they're going to have to pull out the stops on them boys to beat them. The Cowboys are going to be so fired up for that first game. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put it in the loss column with an asterisk beside it. I will not be surprised if the Cowboys beat the Eagles on opening night. I will not be surprised. But the only reason I'm going to put this in the loss column is because I believe the Eagles and the Cowboys are going to split their season. I think they're going to split their games. I think they're going to split them. I think the Cowboys may come close to sweeping them. But Philly might. We'll see what the Cowboys are made of. The Philadelphia Eagles are the perfect test for the Cowboys. They can run the ball, and I mean they can run the ball. Philly can run the ball. We're going to see if the Cowboys can stop the run. Is this the same old Cowboys? Because we know they can rush the passer. I don't think we have to watch one iota of film to know the Cowboys can rush the passer. I'm sorry. They're going to have Micah Parsons, Donovan Ezeraku. They're going to have Oso Digizua. They're going to have Dante Fowler. The one thing I know the Cowboys are going to be able to do, they're going to be able to rush the passer. The question will be, will we be able to stop the run? Philly's going to help us see what we can do. Now, the Cowboys are going to have to let us know. I think the Cowboys are going to let us know what they're trying to do post June 1st. Because if the Cowboys truly see this as a championship season, the Cowboys will have to go and more than likely get them a one take. They're going to have to go out there and they're just going to have to say, we're not taking a chance on Mozzie Smith. No, we're going to go and get us a run stopper. We're going to go get us a run stopper, and he's going to be in some type of rotation with Mozzie Smith. And I think the Cowboys will know some things maybe around training camp, but the Cowboys are going to have to make a decision. If they're truly going for the championship this year, they're going to have to go get them one more defensive tackle. They will have to go do that. If they are serious about if they're going to really make a playoff run, and we're going to be totally honest tonight, aren't we? They must go get Stephon Gilmore. No one else. And I'm not saying no one else. But the priority for the Cowboys at cornerback must be Stephon Gilmore. If you want a championship, you go get Stephon Gilmore, somebody who you know can play that position, lock down wide receivers, play the run, and can help you stabilize your cornerback room. You go get Stephon Gilmore. Asante Samuel, he'll be fine if you go get him. But we don't want just Asante Samuel. If we're doing a championship run this season, well, we better start making some championship. We've already made championship moves, but we better do this. We better solidify it. We better go out there and get Stephon Gilmore. We better go get Stephon Gilmore. Let's not bank on Trayvon Diggs. Let's go get Stephon Gilmore. And the third thing we're going to have to do, at least I don't think we have to do it, but I think it would be great if the Cowboys did it. Go get Nick Chubb. Go get Nick Chubb. I've seen some people talking about Deuce Vaughn. Man, let me tell you something. I like Deuce Vaughn. I don't hear nothing about Deuce Vaughn. Nope. Nope. Don't want to hear nothing about Deuce Vaughn. The Cowboys go, if they want to win this year, win this year. You go out there and get you a bona fide freak running back. Nick Chubb, you can get it for cheap. They can get Nick Chubb on the cheap while bringing along Phil Maffa, while having Javonte Williams, working all three of them into the game. Y'all don't have to worry about Jaden Blue. Jaden Blue going to be all over the place for the Cowboys. He's going to be in the run game and the passing game. He will get his reps. But I'm saying, if they really want to make that championship run, they're going to have to go and make some of those types of moves. And no sooner than later what Tyler Guyton is. Because I'm telling you what the Cowboys offensive line depends upon. I'm not worried about BB. I'm not worried about Tyler Smith. I'm not worried about Tyler Booker. I'm not worried about those three. I'm worried about Terrence Steele and Tyler Guyton. I'm worried about our tackles. That's where my concerns are. And the Cowboys need to decide sooner than later. If you even get an inkling that Tyler Guyton ain't doing what he's supposed to do, bring up whoever you need to bring up. Austin Richards, whoever, bring them up. Let Tyler Guyton know off the rip, bro, we not going 4 and 5 games into the season. And if we can help it, we're not even going into the first game of the season. But again, this team is going to let the Cowboys know where they are. That's why it's not going to surprise me if we lose it, but I won't be shocked if we win it. We got a lot of things, guys. You know, we got a lot of things we got to really think about. Dak Prescott hasn't been on the field since the Atlanta Falcons game. Dak Prescott is not going to play in the preseason. We already know this. So the first time Dak Prescott will see the field in almost a year will be the first game against the Philadelphia Eagles. So we're going to let Dak shake off some cobwebs. And I think the best way they can shake off those cobwebs is with the running game. They're going to have to establish a serious run game in that first game. But again, we're going to see everything that they are. And we're going to talk more about these positions that, again, because I think the championship run is next year. But if the Cowboys are going to make the championship run this year, no, they're going to have to shore up a couple of positions. And what I mean by that, I think they can play with what they have. But if you want to go on a championship run, no, you go in there and say, we're not taking no chances. We're going to continue to make this team as good as we can. And again, I'm going to circle the block on this. And there's another position that I'm going to tell you that the Cowboys need to tweak if they really want to make the championship run this year. But again, as it applies to the Philadelphia Eagles, I will not be surprised if the Cowboys lose that one, but not by a lot. I think we'll come out of that game going, I think we're really good. I think we'll come out of that game saying we're really good. So first game, I'm chalking it up as a loss. That's where I am. Let me go to game number 2. New York Giants win. I don't even have to think about it. We're winning that game. We are not going to lose all these home games like we did last year. The Cowboys are going to win their home opener. Book it. Who knows who the quarterback is going to be for the New York Giants? But I don't think they have a quarterback that'll be good enough to beat the Cowboys. I think of the quarterbacks that they have on that team that could give the Cowboys the most problems, it's probably Jameis Winston. But the problem with Jameis Winston for them is that he'll throw you the ball. He'll throw us the ball. So we're not worried. We're going to beat the Giants, 12 p.m., week 2, book it. Doesn't even require a lot of discussion. The Giants, man, they are a mess. I'm serious. The Giants are a mess. Week 3, book it. We're beating the Bears. Book it. We're beating the Bears. I'll give you a couple of reasons of why we're going to beat the Bears. We're going to beat the Bears, one, because Matt Eberflus is the ex-coach of the Chicago Bears. He's going to be out for blood against the Chicago Bears. Number 2, Ben Johnson, first-year head coach. He will not have the Chicago Bears turned around by week 3. I'm going to tell you now, we better realize something about Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson had players. I mean, he had straight-up players in Detroit. And that was a process. They built the Detroit Lions into that team. They built them into that team. That took a couple of seasons, maybe even 3. The Chicago Bears are not the Detroit Lions. And Ben Johnson is going to figure out very fast in this league. Bruh, it's one thing to be a defensive coordinator. It's a whole nother thing to be a head coach. I don't think they're going to turn the Chicago Bears around that quick. The Dallas Cowboys will beat the Chicago Bears in week 3. Let's go to week 4. I'm going to slow down about game 6. I'm going to go back and see what y'all thinking about some of the stuff I'm saying. I'm going to slow down about game 6. Game number 4. Yes! Here we go! Green Bay Packers. This is going to be another one of those tough games. The Cowboys, we're going to really have to see. This will be a 7:20 game. Okay, Sunday night game. 7:20 game. So at this point, the Cowboys will be 2-1. The Green Bay Packers will be another one of these formidable teams that the Cowboys are going to be playing. And the reason why they're going to be formidable, they could already run the ball. Now, they got wide receivers second to none. They really do, man. They got wide receivers that are second to none. They are going to be a problem for the Dallas Cowboys. But again, we'll see what they will be. This is just preliminary stuff before we see anything on the field. But again, Jordan Love. We got to understand something about Jordan Love, guys. Jordan Love only had he only played good half of a season. That was 2023. 2024, he got injured early. He just wasn't the same. He just didn't play well last year. I mean, he played okay, but he didn't really play well. I mean, no one looked at them as a threat. This is another one of those games. I think this game will be tough for the Dallas Cowboys. They are going to Green Bay. They couldn't beat Green Bay under Mike McCarthy. They could not beat Green Bay under Mike McCarthy. But I will say, under Brian Schottenheimer and the way he's going to probably do his game, just at first glance, I think this will be another one of those games on the road. Going to be tough. Sunday night game over in Green Bay. Will not surprise me if they lose the game. But again, as the season goes on, after we see the Cowboys, again, this is preliminary. After we see the Cowboys' first 3 games, of course, I may have a different prediction. But let's go to week 5. Yes! Here we go! So at this point in the season, we're 2-2. Jets, book it. We're winning. We're going to beat the Jets. The Cowboys will beat the Jets. Okay, let me go back for a second. Week 3, that is a road game. Yeah, week 2 home game, week 3 road game, week 4 road game. And so again, if you think about by the time we see the Jets, and then it looks like we're going on the road again. Let me make sure this is right. So we're going on the road, home game, on the road. So the first 5 games the Cowboys play on the road, they're going to beat the Jets. The Jets are a mess. I don't think Justin Fields and that team will have enough to beat the Cowboys. So let's go to week 6. Yes! Carolina Panthers, book it. We're winning. They're just not right. The Carolina Panthers, they just don't have it together yet. And I'm not sure if their quarterback is the answer. I mean, I know he's a very talented quarterback. I really liked him at Alabama. I just think he's a little too small to play in the NFL. I really do. I think he's a little too small. The Carolina Panthers, they easily need about 2 or 3 years of work. They are nowhere close. They're nowhere close to being ready. So the Cowboys, book it. The Cowboys are going to beat the Carolina Panthers on the road. Now, I'm trying to make sure I'm looking at this right. Because are we saying that the Cowboys, this can't be right. So the Cowboys, first 6 games, 5 of the 6 games will be on the road? 5 of the 6 at the New York Jets. Cowboys versus the Packers. Okay, so I'm wondering. Okay, the Packers must be at home. Okay, let me change. Okay, so the Packers in week 4, that is going to be at home. Okay, that's what I was looking at. All right, let me go back one more time. Okay, so that is a road game. Home game for sure. So we're opening on the road. Home game, road game, home game. So Green Bay Packers. All right, so week 4 Green Bay Packers. That changes the way I look at this game. If the week 4 is at home with the Green Bay Packers, I believe the Cowboys are going to win at home. The Jets, we're beating the Jets. I'm sorry. The Jets are a hot mess in week 5. The Cowboys on the road against the Jets, 12 p.m. The Cowboys will beat Justin Fields and the New York Jets. We're winning that game. And again, we'll be on the road we'll be at the Carolina Panthers. So that's a road game. So when you put that in totality, so it looks like the Cowboys' first 6 games, 2 of those games will be at home. 4 of those games will be on the road. And I'm going to just tell you right now, if the Cowboys in their first 6 games are 4-2, which I believe they will be, the fan base is going to lose its ever-loving mind. But if you are the first 6 games, and even if you win 3 of those 6 games, you're looking pretty good. I think the Cowboys will win 4 of the 2 games. I do. I think they'll win 4. And as a matter of fact, I changed over to the 1 game, so let me change this. They will not win 5 of those games. 4 of those games, the Cowboys will win 5 of those games. I do believe the Cowboys will beat the Green Bay Packers at home. I don't think the Chicago Bears will be good enough to beat the Cowboys, nor do I think the Jets will be good enough to beat the Cowboys. So in my first 6 games, I have the Cowboys 5-1. Miss Matrix, what you think? What are you thinking about the first 6 games? I got 5-1. You tell me what you think. Azteca said if we sign a defensive tackle and cornerback, I got us going 11-6, possibly 12-5. Okay. Coyote said we are semi-retooled, still worried about the interior D-line and running game as a whole. Yeah, we're going to see what we are against Philadelphia. But again, I believe the Cowboys will continue to tweak this team. Sean Ginsberg, right tackle Hoffman will fight for. Hoffman is a dog. Sean, Hoffman is a dog. I'm glad he's here. He's going to push some players on this team. He's going to try to work his way on. He's going to try to work his way onto that offensive line. Robert Simmons, defensive tackle, cornerback. Oh, I forgot about safety. But we already got the safeties on the team. Wanye Thomas and Marquise Bell. We just need to flip the switch on that. And running back. What's going on with you, Robert Simmons? Good to see you tonight. Dominique Pittman. He said weeks through 12 through 17 are going to be tough. If they keep the game playing the same run of football, they'll be okay. Okay, let me get to that week 12. We'll see what's up. Pick and Pop, what up? He said 8-9 and worse, 12-5 is best. Book it. Yeah, I think if Dak's healthy, we get double-digit wins. No doubt about it. Sean said 13-4 with Chubb. Yeah, Chubb would be nasty. Coyote, yeah, honestly, if we beat the Eagles week 1, we could make a nice little start. Coyote, we can't lose. Even if we don't beat the Eagles, it's going to be a great start. It gets to show us where we are. And that's exactly what I want. I'm glad they're opening up with the Eagles. Glad they're opening up with the Eagles. Mr. Shoddy, Bears my second favorite team. This always hurts. Yeah. I don't think Ben's going to turn them around in one season. Front office, he said the most important position to secure is replacing Malik Hooker. He's a liability for the run and the pass defense. Marquise Bell, Wanye Thomas. I hope they make the move. Kevin, he says, Agent Zero will be ready to play judging by his work lately. Yeah, I think they probably won't bring him back, though, until maybe mid-season. We'll see. Let me get down a little bit further. My brother Rod, what's going on? Robert Simmons, he said, gee, some of these games going to be trap games. Let me tell you something, Robert. There ain't no such thing this year for the Cowboys. There's no such thing as a trap game for the Cowboys this year. No. The way they got did last year, nah, you went 7-10. There's no such thing as trap games for them. The Cowboys going to be clawing and scratching the whole season. They are. Morris Newton, he said 4-2 in the beginning. Yeah, I'm thinking 5-1. Wouldn't be surprised 4-2, but I do think it's going to be 5-1 because I don't think the Cowboys are going to lose games at home like they did last year, and I do think they're going to knock the Green Bay Packers. Let me tell you something. How crazy will it be? The Cowboys knock off the Green Bay Packers at home. Do y'all know that Mike McCarthy didn't beat, if I'm not mistaken, Mike McCarthy didn't beat his former team one time with the Dallas Cowboys? If Brian Schottenheimer rolls up on Green Bay and beat them, yeah, Morris, Green Bay is going to be tough. But I don't think Jordan Love is what they say he is. Pick and Pop, he said they got 7 indoor games in a row starting week 9. That's so lucky. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they want the Cowboys. Hey, man, somebody's saying, hey, man, we need Cowboys. We need Cowboys and men. Azteca said, what about Kamara? Now that Carr retired, you think he still wants to stay in New Orleans? We'll see what they do. Maybe they'll get him a quarterback and he will want to stay. Mike McCain, he said 4-2, but I'm looking at 5-1. Yeah, me too. Yeah. First third of the season, I'm looking at the Cowboys going 5-1. That's what I'm looking at. I think they're better than those teams. All right, let's see here. All right, then we got week. See, I want to make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're going to go through the second third of the season. Let's see where we are. Miss Matrix, she said, I'm thinking 3-3. Eagles, Packers, and either Bears or Panthers or L's. Miss Matrix, you think we losing to the Panthers? Ain't the Panthers? Ain't no ain't no way. Ain't no way we losing to the Panthers. I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is a different Dallas Cowboy culture. Let me say this. If you listen to what all the coaches who have worked with Brian Schottenheimer, they've all said the same thing. The one thing you don't have to worry about with Brian Schottenheimer, he always has his teams prepared. His side of the ball is always prepared. Brian Schottenheimer is going to bring this team into these games with a whole different mentality than we can even fathom. This isn't the Mike McCarthy era. The one thing we know about Mike McCarthy, he could not get those guys motivated from game to game. He couldn't do it. The Cowboys win 2 games and they would fall flat. This will not be that same team. I promise you. They are going to be different. The Bears will the Bears will not be good enough by the time we see the Bears, they won't be good enough. Yeah, we're going to see them game 3. But again, okay, Miss Matrix, she says 3-3. I'm still sticking with 5-1. But let's go with the next few here and let's see what we got. Let's go to the second third of the season. Now, the middle of the season, I think this is where we start to get some of the meat towards the middle of that or the end of that middle and then towards the beginning of that end part. But let's go to the next part. Washington Commanders were winning in Dallas. We're going to beat the Washington Commanders. We almost took the Washington Commanders out twice last year. One time with Cooper Rush, another time with Trey Lance. I'm going to tell y'all something about the Commanders. I believe they take a step back this year. Where did they go? 12-5? They're not going 13-4. They're not going 13-4 in the second season. We've seen this before. I'm telling y'all, this stuff with Jaden Daniels, we've seen it before. We've seen it. We saw it with Dak Prescott. We saw it with Lamar Jackson. And he wasn't even as successful in his first season as Dak Prescott. We seen it with C.J. Stroud. I mean, we see it. We saw it with Joe Burrow. We see this stuff. And then when they come back that next season, they're not the same team. They're not the same team. These coaches, they get film on you. They look at your tendencies. And they learn ways to stop you. Week 7, Cowboys at home against the Commanders. Book it. We're beating the Commanders at home. Boy, let me tell you about this game right here. Paul, let me tell you about this game right here. This game right here will not surprise me if it is a loss. The Denver Broncos defense last year was ridiculous. It was, man. It was. And Bo Nix looks like he's coming to his own. We'll see what happens. Second year. But again, Sean Payton will come into his own, I think, with the Denver Broncos. I will not be surprised. On the road, tough place to play, high altitude. I will not be surprised if the Dallas Cowboys lose a close game to the Denver Broncos. Arizona Cardinals, Week 9 in Dallas. Book it. We're winning. We are winning that game, period. End of story. Man, I'm telling you, the Arizona Cardinals, I can't with these shorter quarterbacks. Kyler Murray is a great athlete, but as it pertains to quarterback in this league, I just think it's hard for him. I do. And the Cardinals, man, they have been a disappointment. Even though they got Marvin Harris Jr., I think it is, Marvin Harris Jr., man, no. The Cowboys are going to beat. I want to see, again, this is just our preliminary. I want to see where the Arizona Cardinals are by this time, but they have just not been good. They have not been good at all under Kyler Murray. I mean, they've been mediocre at best. I don't see anything changing with this team. Cowboys win at home against the Arizona Cardinals. Then we got a bye week in Week 10. So by the time we get to the bye week, this means that we will either be 7-2 or 6-3. 7-2 or 6-3. If we are 7-2 by the bye week, if we are 6-3 by the bye week, and some people would even consider 5-4 by the bye week. Some people would probably think this is a success, but I don't think they can be. They have to make sure they're nothing less than 7-2 or 6-3. They have to make sure they're 6-2 or no less than 6-3. Let's go past the bye week. Las Vegas Raiders. The Cowboys are going to see Ashton Genty. Let me tell you something about the Raiders. I watched the Raiders play last year. Boy, the Raiders are pretty doggone good. The record didn't show it, but they were in a lot of those games. They were pretty good. They gave the Chiefs a run for their money. But I do believe that even with Geno Smith, even with Ashton Genty, I want to see where they are by the time they see the Cowboys. But I do believe this is another road win for the Cowboys. Because just like Pete Carroll knows Brian Schottenheimer, Brian Schottenheimer knows Pete Carroll. Brian Schottenheimer knows Pete Carroll. And I won't be surprised Because if you listen to Brian Schottenheimer, I think he kind of felt like that Pete Carroll kind of held him back when he was coaching under him. Boy, he might let out all the stops on Pete Carroll. I'm telling y'all, he might let out all the stops on him. I believe that this is going to be a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. Week 12, book it. We're going to split with the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to win at home. We will split these games with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Eagles will get us the first game in Philly. We'll get Philly the second game in Dallas. So if you look at the midpoint of the season, we have the bye week. I have us going 4-1. That will have us at a total of 9-2 in my estimation. So give or take, just margin for error. I mean, it's not like I'm a prophet or anything, but I would have them by this point in week 12. I would have the Cowboys at 9-2, 8-3, no less than 7-4. So I'm going to come to the comments. So y'all tell me by week 12. By week 12, would you consider it a victory? Would you be encouraged if, I don't even have to ask about 9-2. If the Cowboys are 9-2 by week 12, everybody going crazy. 8-3. 7-4. If the Cowboys are 7-4 by week 12, what are your feelings? Are you feeling good about the rest of the season? How are you feeling about the rest of the season? If we get to week 12 and the Cowboys are 7-4, tell me what you think. And then we'll do the last third of this season. All right, hold on a second. I'm taking a couple of notes here. Week 15. It looks like the Cowboys to me, guys. It looks like the Cowboys to me, and we'll see how this turns out. It looks like to me the Cowboys are in win-now mode. They're in win-now mode. And I think they're going to basically say, we're going to take it as far as we can take it. They're in win-now mode. Bottom line to me, they're just going to say we're going to take it as far as we can take it. As far as we can take it. All right, let's go. Let's see. Yeah, Mars Newton. I think, wouldn't it be something, and I do think it's going to happen, they beat the Green Bay Packers under Brian Schottenheimer, which they could not do under Mike McCarthy? That'll be crazy, but I think it's going to happen. What's your point? He said, no one knows this team. Eberflus was surprised in this league. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's going to have something. I'm telling you, what's your point? He's going to have something for Chicago when he sees him. You watch what I tell you. Okay, Gene Moore says, why is Colbert on the screen? He said, let's go ahead and ban him now on this channel. Colbert. Okay, who is Colbert? All right, Mike McCain, my man. He said, I'm really hoping that Javonte Williams does not make the team. He has 3 years where he averaged under 4 yards a carry. That's the sign of a bad running back, no matter how you cut it. I hope they replace him and Sanders. I really do. I hope they replace him and Sanders. I do. Miss Matrix, she said, we said the same thing about the Cards last season, G. I'm just trying to think logically. The Cards are a mess. They really are. The Cards are a mess. And they've been a mess. I don't think they're going to win with Kyler Murray. And I don't think they'll be able to beat the Cowboys by this time, at least. Not by this time, but we're going to see. Again, this is just preliminary. We'll be going game by game as the season goes on, and we'll be, according to how we see in our teams play, we'll be able to, we might come back and say the Cowboys going 8-9, which I doubt, but we come back and say they're going 8-9. So again, this is just kind of preliminary. Azteca, he said, I think we finally beat the teams that have been a thorn in our flesh. Yeah, a thorn in our side this season. Packers, Broncos, and Cardinals. We will definitely beat the Packers and the Cardinals. The Broncos, they're going to be tough. They are going to be tough. But again, this is preliminary. We'll see what it looks like. But again, I do think they're going to beat the Packers. And boy, what a slap in the face that will be to, I'm telling you. George DC4, he said, what? He said, we are going to boot to butt culture. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like it. Miss Matrix, he said, plus Panthers played us tough last time. We struggled with them a bit. We blew them out. Cowboys blew the Panthers out with Cooper Rush. They blew him out. What was it? 6, 7, 8 sacks? Blew him out. Oh yeah, we'll beat them easy. Coyote, he said, don't we have 3 games in 12 days? We survived that, we might get on the road. Yeah, I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be around this Thanksgiving. So it looks like on Sunday we'll play the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, this is where it's gonna get tough. But I do think we're gonna beat the Eagles at home. Yeah, I think we'll beat the Eagles at home for sure. For sure. Robert Simmons, he said, hey G, will you like to trade for Rachaad White from Tampa Bay? Okay, let me come back to Rachaad White. Oh, I forgot. G-Boy said COVID is Tolbert. He said we established this 2 weeks ago on another show. Yes, sir. Hey, we're going to talk about that in a moment, too. Lisa Worley, what's going on? She said, I'm going to say 7-3. Lisa said, leave her man Tolbert alone. She said, leave Tolbert alone. We're going to leave him alone, Lisa. All right. And then my man Wolf King, he says, I think we sweep our division, lose to Denver, Arizona, Detroit. 14-3, number 2 seed. Wow, heading to the playoffs. Let's go. Yes, sir. I feel you. All right. So let's get to the next third of the season. This is this tough little stint we're going to go through. So we're going to play the Kansas City Chiefs 4 days later. Cowboys will play the Chiefs at home in week 13. This is going to probably be the highest viewed game of the season. The Cowboys will be at home. I'm not going to shock you here. I'm going to take the Cowboys at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to take the Cowboys at home. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I'm going to take the Cowboys at home, if the Cowboys are 9-2 or 8-3, beat the Eagles, they're going to be at home both of those games. This will be the game in week 13 that is going to have the league going crazy when the Cowboys win it. If the Cowboys are on the trajectory of 9-2, 8-3, they beat the Eagles, then they come up against the Chiefs. Everybody and their mama gonna be screaming Super Bowl. This is the game right here, another one of these games at this point in the season that's going to have us going absolutely nuts over the Dallas Cowboys. We're either going to win it or lose it. I think we're going to win it. The Cowboys' home record this year is going to be markedly better than last year. We're not going 0-8, 0-9, or 1-8, 1-9. I mean, 1-8, 1-7 at home. We're not doing it. The Cowboys are going to be very good at home this year. You watch what I tell you. They're going to hold home court way better than they did last year. Miss Matrix, I said it. This league is telling us something about the Cowboys. Miss Matrix, they're banking on the Cowboys this year. This league is banking on the Cowboys. You don't give a team with the Cowboys 7-10 record, you don't give a team like that these primetime games. No, they're doing this on purpose. They're doing this on purpose. The Cowboys are going to rise to the occasion in these games. You watch what I tell you. They're going to look way better than they did with week 13 is Thanksgiving. Yeah, Morris Newton is Thanksgiving. And I do think we are going to beat the Chiefs at home. The Cowboys are going to beat the Chiefs at home. Yep, I believe it. They're going to beat them at home. And this is the game that's going to set Cowboys Nation, and it's going to set the entire media world on fire. Dak Prescott is going to be in the running, I believe, for either the MVP or the Comeback Player of the Year. One of the two, if not both. I believe Dak's going to have an incredible season with George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Jaden Blue, Phil Maffa, and I'm hoping that we get another running back and cut Javonte Williams and Sanders. Lisa says some of those games we don't get to see in Louisville, Kentucky. I hope we get to see them more. I've been thinking about getting an NFL ticket this year for the first time. Azteca said, like Joker the Dark Knight said, it's all part of the plan. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think we beat the Chiefs. I'm telling you. Week 14, Detroit Lions. It's going to be a tough game. Another primetime game. 7:15. Cowboys at home. I'm going to tell you about okay, we're going to be at Detroit on the road. Okay. I'm going to tell you what I think about the Detroit Lions. I reserve the right, of course, to change my record on this. I'm just wondering if they're going to be the same without Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson. I mean, you're going to lose offense coordinator and defense coordinator. Now, they'll be fully healthy, and they're going to be really good. I really want to see what this game is going to look like. But this is one of those road games. I'm going to give the Detroit Lions the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give the Cowboys a loss on the road. I'm going to give the Cowboys a loss on the road against the Detroit Lions. But we'll see how that goes. Week 15. Here we go. Book it. Miss Matrix. So we're at week 15. Miss Matrix, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If y'all don't think the NFL knows something, I'm just saying, the Cowboys by week 15 will have played 6, 7 o'clock games. If we don't think this league knows something, I'm just telling us, the way they have set this Cowboys schedule up, you're putting the Dallas Cowboys in prime time 6 times? And this is just week 15? We are beating the brakes off of the Minnesota Vikings. They're going with their first-round draft pick quarterback. His name slips me right now. I don't think he'll be enough this year because this will be actually his rookie season in a sense. He will not be enough to beat the Cowboys. By this time, the Cowboys will be rolling, and there is no way the Vikings are coming to Dallas and beat us. I think the Cowboys will be rolling by this time. They will. San Diego Chargers, Los Angeles Chargers, and Dallas. Even with Amari and Hampton, I have not seen anything yet that shows me that the Los Angeles Chargers are going to beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys have basically owned them with Justin Herbert. I don't see anything changing. It says right here, the Cowboys have won the last 2 meetings against the Chargers, both with the same score, 2017. I don't see anything changing. I don't see anything changing with the Chargers. I believe the Cowboys are going to beat the Chargers. That's week 16, and we will be at home. Week 17, Washington Commanders. I am by default going to give the Washington Commanders this game. It will not surprise me if the Cowboys sweep them, but I'm going to give them this game because I believe that the Cowboys will sweep the Giants, but they'll split with the Eagles and the Commanders. But it won't surprise me. We beat them at home last year, and we beat them at their stadium last year, and Trey Lance and company almost beat them this year. So it will not surprise me if we sweep the Washington Commanders, but I'm going to give them this one at home. I am. Thursday night football game. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I am going to give them this game, though, at Washington. Week 18, book it. The Cowboys are winning. It's either going to be on a Saturday or Sunday at New York. The Cowboys will beat the Giants. Yeah, this says to be determined on what day. But the Cowboys will beat the Giants on the road. I don't think the Giants are going to get it together this year. So, in this stint, the Cowboys will be I have 4-2 the last third of the season. So if I add up all my losses, I have 4 losses, 13 wins. So I have the Dallas Cowboys going 13-4. So let's go margin of error. I don't see them winning more than 13. So that's probably at the most. So if I'm going to go of what I believe they will lose at the least, somewhere in there, building in a margin of error, I'll shave off 2 games, which would put them at 11-6. And then there's the middle of 12-5. So the Cowboys, in my estimation, will be 12-5. The Cowboys, in my estimation, will be 12-5, 11-6 at the least, or 13-4 at the greatest. And 13-4 is if everything is pretty much going right. 13-4 is pretty much if everything is going right. But again, I'm going to split the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to split the Eagles and the Commanders. Yeah, I think I split the Eagles and the Commanders. I will not be surprised again if the Cowboys, I believe, do beat Kansas City, but I do think they're going to lose to Detroit. We'll give Detroit that game on a Thursday night. But again, this is all just preliminary. We're going to see how the Cowboys are playing. We are. But that's why I say built-in margin of error for me. So I see this as 11-6. Y'all give me what you think. Tell me what y'all think. Miss Matrix, tell me what you think after I've showed you. I think 11-6. I'm thinking 11-6, 12-5, or 13-4. But we will make the playoffs. The Cowboys are going to make the playoffs. Book it. They're making the playoffs. Lisa Worley, she said, you see that game we played on Christmas? I forgot what team it was. All right, let me go back. Christmas Day. Okay, we got another one of those quick turnaround games. That's the Washington Commanders. And that will be on Netflix. And again, some of these games could go either way because I won't be surprised if the Cowboys sweep the Washington Commanders. They almost did it last year. So, again, 11-6, 12-5, or 13-4. Those are my 3 predictions. On the high, hey, it all depends on how the Cowboys are rolling. It all depends on how they're rolling. Miss Matrix, yep, we'll sweep the Giants for sure. Yeah, hey, Ron, well, 12-5 is doable. Yeah, think so. Tyrell, yes, sir, what's going on? Yeah, we got them doggone Commanders. And like I said, we almost beat them twice last year. Once with Trey Lance, once with Cooper Rush. I mean, Trey Lance almost beat them. Michael Tyree, yes, sir, wins build motivation. And I'm going to tell you, I think win or lose against the Eagles, the Cowboys are going to be fired up. That game right there is going to really set the pace for the Cowboys. And, man, let me tell you something about this Philadelphia Eagle game. Do we realize how the league set the Cowboys up? This means we don't have to go play Philly in the cold. We don't have to go play Philly in the cold towards the end of the season. We don't have to play Philly in the cold. We're playing Philly in good weather early on. And then when we see them in week 12, we'll be in Dallas. Closed roof. Even if it's cold, we'll be playing warm. And again, you think about the schedule, how they gave the Cowboys the schedule. So week 13, you'll be outdoors. Week 14, indoors. Week 15, indoors. Week 16, indoors. week 17. And I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, the other one was, let me go back. Let's go back. We're going to go back from week 9. And just look at how they got the Cowboys set up, man. This is crazy work. Arizona Cardinals at home, indoor. This is crazy how they set the Cowboys up. Las Vegas Raiders, it'll be outside. It won't matter. It'll be November. It'll be warm. Philadelphia Eagles, in Dallas, week 12. Don't have to play in the cold. Week 13, Kansas City and Dallas. Won't have to be in Kansas City in the cold. Week 14 in Detroit. It'll be cold outside, but it won't be cold to stadium. Week 15, Minnesota Vikings. That's at home. We'll be indoors. Week 16, Chargers. Indoors. Week 17, Washington Commanders. Now, we will have to go and play outdoors on Christmas Day. But if you look at those games, most of those games, they're all indoors. New York Giants will have to go there. I think it's open stadium by that time. We don't even know if that game will mean anything. Game might not even mean anything. But they really, man, this schedule really plays well for the Cowboys, I believe. What's going on, Daniel M? I think this really plays well for the Cowboys. Wolf King says solid. He said, I can see them losing to the Chargers or the Raiders, but I have faith in coach and the team staying healthy. And that's a big part of it too, Wolf King. We got to make sure we stay healthy. Rolando Rodriguez, what's going on? He said, let's talk. Don't have to play the Bears in cold weather. Go Cowboys. That's it. Man, this schedule is setting up great for us. Yeah, Kenneth Richardson. Yeah, if we got them trenches the way I think we do, we're going to be able to play in the cold. By that time, our run game should be in full effect. Gene Marcy, he said, it's going to hurt my heart rooting against Genty, McMillan, Hampton, and Luther Burden, the players we fell in love with pre-Jav. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And they get to see the Cowboys. They get to see the Dallas Cowboys. And, boy, they're going to, boy, Dallas going to look different. Dallas going to look different. But, again, you know, as we think about the Dallas Cowboys, if the Cowboys are going to do this, they're going to probably have to tweak this team just a little bit more. They're going to have to tweak this team just a little bit more. They probably need to go get that one tech. They need to go get that one tech. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm hearing the Cowboys are doing nothing else at running back. That's what I'm hearing. But if I were the Cowboys, I would not settle for Sanders and Javonte Williams. Nick Chubb is better than both of them. It will not cost the Cowboys hardly anything to get Nick Chubb. The Cowboys also, they need to go get Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore solidifies the defensive back room. Go get Stephon Gilmore. Stephon Gilmore will play well for the Cowboys. Now, Laurie, I'm going to have to tell you now. Laurie, you're going to have to cover your ears for what I'm about to tell you, what I'm about to say next. you're going to have to cover your ears for what I'm about to say, Laurie. Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert has got to make a step. Jalen Tolbert has got to be consistent. Him or Jonathan Mingo are going to not only have to be a 3, they're going to have to be a 2. Why do I say a 2? Because we don't have a number 2. George Pickens is not a number 2 wide receiver. We don't have a number 2. We have 2 number 1 receivers. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. We have 2 number 1 receivers. We are going to need, because the third receiver on this team, we may not realize it, the third receiver is absolutely going to eat. The third receiver on this team is going to eat, because there will be teams that we will more than likely be playing. You don't think they know that we got one of the top 5 wide receiver duos in the league? Dan Quinn is going to try and come out and match up. The Chargers will probably try to come out and match up. I know Detroit, Kansas City, they're going to come out and try to match up. Philly, they're going to come out and try to match up on those 2 receivers. They'll have a plan for them. Other teams, they're not going to have a chance. They're not going to have a chance against CeeDee and Pickens. But the Denver Broncos are one of those teams that can match up on both CeeDee and Pickens. You look at you go back and even though the Jets, I don't think the Jets can beat them, but the Jets may be able to match up. The Green Bay Packers may be able to match up when you're talking about defensive backs. The third wide receiver on this team is going to be so important. He doesn't need to be a 3. He's got to be a 2. We got 2 number 1s. We need a 2. We need a 2 to be playing in the third spot and be ready to eat. Be ready to eat when your name is called, because your name is going to be called. I'm looking forward to Jaden Blue and Kevontae Turpin. Kevontae Turpin, of course, will be our 4th wide receiver. I will not be surprised if there's certain sets where Kevontae Turpin is the 3rd wide receiver and Jaden Blue is the 4th wide receiver. Or Jaden Blue is the 3rd wide receiver, Kevontae Turpin is the 4th wide receiver. You have got to get that speed on the field at the same time. Ain't no half-stepping. Ain't no half-stepping. We got to get them on the field at the same time. We do. We have to get them on the field at the same time. But that third receiver is going to eat. And I'm going to tell you this up front. If Jalen Tolbert and Jonathan Mingo do not take tremendous steps, if they don't take tremendous steps in training camp, if I were the Dallas Cowboys, I'm just being honest, I would go get Keenan Allen. I'd go get Keenan Allen and throw him in this. If I want to win now, I'm just saying, if I want to win right now, I'll go get Keenan Allen in the slot. I will. I'm putting players on this team on notice. I want you to develop. I want you to fight hard. But we're trying to win. And if you're not what we need you to be, if something comes available, understand we're going to take it. The third wide receiver. And I'm telling you, and Jake Ferguson, they got to talk to Jake Ferguson and let him know, bro, this got to be a breakout season for you. We need you to have a breakout season. We do. We need you to have a breakout season. You can't even have a mediocre season. We need a breakout season. Ferguson, we need a minimum 6-7 tubs, bro. 6-7 tubs. We need you to own the middle. We need you to own the seam. 6-7 tubs, bro. We need about 800 yards minimum from you, Ferg. Minimum, man. We can't have no hand stepping. If the Cowboys are in win now mode, they gotta continue to tweak. They have to continue to tweak. If you don't think your defensive line is ready, go get something else. Running back room. Man, don't settle for this. It's good. Man, I'm impressed with Phil Moff and Jaden Blue. Where I'm kind of like batting my eye, where I'm kind of like got my eyes squinched up is Sanders and Williams. Bro, don't settle for them. Don't settle for them. If there is something out there post June 1st, if there's someone out there, boy, I got to throw another name out there too. I have to throw this name out there. I have to throw this name out there. Trey Hendrickson has cut off, as far as I know, negotiations with the Cincinnati Bengals. I am sorry. I know we have Donovan Ezaraku. If Trey Hendrickson is out there available, man, shoot. Cowboys. You got to go get this man. Boy, I would love to have Trey Hendrickson on this team. This man has 35 sacks in 2 seasons. Come on, man. Come on. The Cowboys need to be, man, if they're in win now mode, the way they're acting like they're in win now mode, man, do not settle at these positions. But the Cowboys need to figure out what Tolbert and Jonathan Mingo are. Now, if we're not in win now mode, and we're saying we want to compete, and then next year we're going to be in win now mode, we're going to still let Jalen Tolbert, Jonathan Mingo, okay, I'll roll with that then. I'll roll with it. I'll ride with it. Okay, I see what you're doing. But the way the Cowboys are acting, man, this George Pickens, because George Pickens, this could be a 1-season rental. I wouldn't waste George Pickens. I wouldn't waste him. I mean, if you think he can only be a 1-season guy, man, you better try to win now. You better try to win now. Unless you're going to try to make Pickens a $25 million receiver. But you better try to win now because you may not have it. So again, if I were the Cowboys, this is kind of where I would be. If you're in win now mode, don't take a chance on Mozzie Smith. And I'm not saying cut Mozzie Smith, but you go get a 1-tech and get somebody good enough, not just a backup. You go get somebody that can actually be in a rotation. Because Jay Toia, I hope he works his way into the rotation. He'll be great on goal line. He'll be great on short yardage. When the line is trying, when the offense is trying to run right into you, I think he'll be great for the tush push stops. But they may need to get one more 1-tech. Running back, I would go get Nick Chubb. He's too cheap not to get. Cornerback, I would go get Gilmore. You give Tolbert his opportunity. You give Mingo the opportunity. But if you see that they're not making steps, bro, I go with that third wide receiver spot. And I'm sorry, I'm going and get Keenan Allen. I'm going and get, I don't know what Amari Cooper, but I'd want to bring him in, then kick the tires and see what he can do. But again, I got to put pressure on Tolbert and Mingo. I'm actually hoping the Cowboys getting George Pickens lights a fire under Jalen Tolbert. I hope that lights a fire under Jalen Tolbert. I hope Jalen Tolbert plays so good and Jonathan Mingo plays so good that the Cowboys say George Pickens, hey, it was a great season, thanks but no thanks. But they're going to have to take some major steps to do that. But I do want them to really try to push like that, because if the Cowboys are trying to go win now, they need a little bit more tweaking. But if they're saying, hey, next year we're going to be win now, but this year we're going to be competitive, okay, well, what you have, you can probably roll with it and still accomplish a 12-5, 11-6, 12-5, or if it's really going on all cylinders, 13-4. But I do think they need to do some tweaking. I do. My sister, she said, I hate to say it, but I think we're going to franchise tag Pickens. I see that happening. No. Not happening, Lori. I'm sorry, Lisa. Lisa Worley. I'm sorry. Lisa, not happening. $28 million? No. Cowboys won't do it. Cowboys won't do it. They have other players they have to sign. They're not going to do it. And we don't know what the Deron Bland negotiation is going to be, whether or not they're going to get that deal done early. No, I don't think they're going to do it. $28 million? Nah. I'm not giving George Pickens $28 million for 1 year. Before I give George Pickens $28 million for 1 year, I'll go in the draft, get the compensatory pick for him, third-round compensatory pick if I'm not mistaken. I'll get that third-round compensatory pick. Then I'll turn around and go get the best wide receiver in the draft next year. Nah, I'm not giving George Pickens $28 million. Because if I'm not mistaken, That is what that franchise deal is. That franchise tag is. That's a lot of money to pay. I'm not doing that for one season. Not for one season. Unless I know, okay, this must be a Super Bowl season. You pay that for a wide receiver, in my estimation, when you think you have everything that you need. But the Cowboys are still going to be trying to build this roster again next year. So I think what's going to wind up happening with George Pickens is the Cowboys are either going to extend him or somebody else is going to sign him to a big deal. But I can tell you this, it's not his talent that's stopping him from getting signed by anybody. It's his attitude. I mean, he can't even squeak. His shoes can't even squeak with the Cowboys. Shoes can't even squeak. But Dak gonna help him get the numbers. Daniel Lim said, I don't see the Bengals taking anything less than a first for Hendrickson because he's that good of an edge rusher. He old, though. And I don't mean he's super old. What is he, 31? 30, 31? No, you're not getting the first for him. You might could get a second. But you think about it, Daniel. They've already had him out there. They told him and his agent they could go negotiate. Obviously, it didn't work. Yeah, obviously it didn't work. So, yep, Lisa. He's hey, let me tell you. We're about to let me tell you something, Lisa. I don't know if you heard this interview. I'm about to let you hear the Dak Prescott interview. As much as Tolbert is Dak Prescott practice buddy, I'm about to show you something. Or I'm about to let you hear something that Dak Prescott said. Nah, I was blown away by this. Let me read a couple more comments, Lisa. Lisa Worley. We're gonna listen to a couple more comments. Then we're gonna move to Dak on the ticket. He's gonna say something that's gonna probably blow your mind. Big D said 11-6. What's up, G? Yeah, Pickens most definitely going to light a fire on a Tobin and Mingo. Flame going to be so hot they might just burn out somewhere else. Boy, you crazy. Yep. Yes, sir. Hey, this is a way to push them. Mike McKay said the Cowboys are going to win the division this year. I think so, too. He said you heard it here first. Yeah, yes, sir. He said this is a Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles division. He said in the end, the Commanders don't matter, and neither do the Giants. I agree. Yeah, I agree. Daniel Lim, he said, well, gee, if I can trade away my second and Sam Williams for Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Sam Williams. I'm doing it in a heartbeat, but you know that Steven won't do it. Yeah, it'd be tough. Cowboys Nation 600, what up, what up? All right, let's move to our last topic for this late night show. So, there is an interview on the ticket. Dak Prescott talking to The Invasion. It's a show called The Invasion on the ticket. Dak Prescott is talking about the Cowboys. And what caught my ear is what he said out loud, Lisa. What he said out loud about the Dallas Cowboys wide receiver room. Get ready to have your mind blown. We'll listen to, let's see, how long is it? It says it's 7 minutes. Let's listen to the interview. But the part that you're going to hear about the wide receivers, this is crazy coming from Dak Prescott. Check this out.
So, Dak, you've had a couple of, not you, but the Cowboys as an organization, they've had a couple of big retirements and they had a couple of big press conferences this past offseason. And, man, to a man, Zach Martin, Tyron Smith both recognized you and highlighted you as a leader of men, and that's my quarterback and all that. You take pride in leading not only by your play on the field, but as a big-time voice in the locker room, right?
Yeah, most definitely. And, yeah, as you just said, it's huge. Losing Zach and obviously losing Tyron a year ago, but to seeing him retire and hang up the cleats, yeah, it's special. And, you know, that's what these brotherhoods and that's what the culture and being a leader and the teammates all about is, you know, when they hang up their cleats or when they say they're done, our relationship isn't finished. Our relationship doesn't retire, and honestly gets to go into another level. And that's what that's why it's fun to be able to golf. That's why it's fun to have a great tequila to drink with, to be able to connect with the guys and stay in touch just as you did in the locker room. So I'm super thankful for those men, their career, and what they've done for my career, and I'm excited for the next phase of their life.
Is that very important to you to make sure that you are the leader, like reaching out when the draft picks are drafted, and you want to make sure that you welcome them and be that big voice in the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, it's important for me to be a leader, and I think that I'm very intentional with certain ways that I do it, but I also think that it can't be forced, and I think sometimes when guys just try things to try them to be a leader, they're unnatural. So for me, there's different times you're reaching out to different people, whether it's them getting drafted or whether it's them welcoming a baby into their family or getting engaged. It's important for me to know the person and not just the guy in the football number. So that's where I invest in these men and their family and want to get to know them and vice versa and welcome them.
I'm telling you right now, I see a life where Dak Prescott is going to be a football coach in the NFL. And I think he's going to be a Super Bowl winning coach in the NFL. I really do. I think he's going to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback. I think they get one in the next 3 years. You already heard me say this before. I do think it's next year when they get that Super Bowl. If not next year, the year after that. And I do think it's going to be the Cowboys versus the Buffalo Bills, which Troy Aikman and Joe Buck are predicting to be this year. But Dak Prescott is such a great leader of men. He's going to be an incredible coach if he wants to be. Incredible coach. He's got a football mind. He's going to be incredible.
Talking with Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys here from the Tequila Volteo Musers Ticket Compound.
Have you had much interaction with your first-round draft pick? Because he seems like a dude that is really, really into football and a really cool guy, too.
Yeah,
Tyler
so
Booker.
He's actually represented by a guy that represented me coming out early, and Rick Robertson. So as soon as we drafted him, I'd gotten a call from him and the excitement and able to connect with Tyler. But I think you nailed it, a guy who loves football. And I think when y'all interviewed him or anybody interview him, you hear it through his answers and how much it means to him. I mean, just him wanting to take the love away from the love of football away from a guy throughout a game. To,
Yes, sir.
His history and his journey to get here. I mean, a guy
Yes,
leaves
sir.
high school to go down to IMG from North. That says a big commitment. So I think all of this and him being at the Cowboys is just a testament to everything he's done in his life, and I know he's ready for it.
Well, they went out and got you a new weapon opposite C.
Lori, you ready? Lisa Worley, you ready? Lisa, you ready? Dak Prescott's about to tell you something.
with George Pickens and that trade coming over from Pittsburgh. Have you had a chance to talk to him, and what do you think he brings to you?
Yeah, we've connected, and I'm excited. I mean, you turn on the tape and you see a guy that can catch the football. You put the football anywhere in his vicinity, very strong hands, more than a 50-50 catcher. He thinks it's his ball when it's in the air, and I'm excited for him. I know that we need some help in that position.
Wait, what? We need some help at that position? What? So is Dak Prescott saying the same thing that Stephen Jones was saying? Yeah. We didn't have a number two. We needed help at that position. So wait, his throwing buddy, Jalen Tolbert, is on the team. It's not a two. I mean, he's not a two. I mean, Dak is just basically saying what his answer. He's not a two. They needed help. Let me run it back, and then I'm going to let you hear the rest of it. He elaborates more. Check it out.
Anywhere in his vicinity, very strong hands, more than a 50-50 catcher. He thinks it's his ball when it's in the air, and I'm excited for him. I know that we need some help in that position. I know CD needs some help, and I think when you have a guy like that, and I heard George say it, it's hard to double team two guys, and then when you've got other guys, whether it be Ferg, Jalen Tolbert, Mingo, guys who have had reps and know how to get open in the league, I think we're putting together a nice group of weapons.
So he basically relegated Tolbert and Mingo to three. It's basically what he said. He relegated them to three. That's it. He relegated them to three. He said, we need help. We need help at the position. We needed help. Yeah, that's with those guys. Boy, that's tough. I don't know about y'all. I just got a different mode of operation. Boy, you won't talk about having me working. Boy, you won't talk about what having me going to work. You telling me we were not good enough? That you had to go out and get a 3? Nah, bruh. You ain't doing me like this. I gotta work. I gotta work. I do. I have to go to work. If I'm Jalen Tolbert, man, I'm working. I'm hiring me a wide receiver coach. I'm working. I gotta go to work. My mode of thinking is different. This is embarrassing to me. If I'm Jonathan Mingo, if I'm Jalen Tolbert, man, it's embarrassing to me. You had to go get George Pickens? You think I'm finna sit here and tell you that George Pickens is better than me? Man, I'm hot right now. I'm telling y'all I'm hot right now if I'm Jalen Tolbert. Boy, I'm losing sleep at night right now. I'm losing sleep at night. Boy, I can't wait to get on the field. I'm going out here and show everybody I'm better than George Pickens. Everybody. I'm showing everybody I'm better than George Pickens. I can't do it. It's too much for me. Y'all tell me what you think. This is too much for me. If I'm Jalen Tolbert to George Pickens, boy, I'm furious right now. It's crazy work. This is absolute crazy work. Boy. Let's listen to the rest.
Well, Dak, we know you are on the golf course. We really appreciate the time. In my hand, I have a nice little shot of tequila. I know it's early, but who cares? I'm going to dump it down just for you right now, man. So I want you to hit them straight, and I'm going to hit this one straight down my belly right now.
I like it. You've got a great start to the day, my man.
That's amazing.
Right.
He did
That's
it.
right.
A tequila shot at 9:25 a.m.
That's crazy.
Not going to regret it. We're going to do it again. Hey, man, we really, truly appreciate the time. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you again real soon.
Same. Thank you, guys. Enjoyed it as well.
That is Dak Prescott, QB1.
Man. Ooh. Boy, that's tough work right there. That's tough work. I don't know how you guys feeling right now. That's tough for me. Man, oof. My pride is too much, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, my pride is too much. Let me read a couple of comments. Ryan 20,091, he says, Cowboys don't have them luxuries of being content after all of the aggressive moves they have made. Yeah. Super Bowl opportunities don't grow on trees, and it's a limited window. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder. I just wonder what do they think now that they have George Pickens. I think now that they have George Pickens, man, they got to really be considering, like, hey, guys, I mean, this guy could be a one-year rental. This guy could be a one-year rental. I mean, we could do the franchise tag on him. But if it's going to be $28 million, 23, 25, $28 million, I mean, do we really want to do that? Or do we just want to say, I mean, I know we were saying next year, but maybe we push all the chips in this year. Maybe we push the chips in this year, man, and we continue to tweak this thing. We get us a one tech, man. We get us a one tech. We get Stephon Gilmore. We might even bring in Asante Samuel, see what he can do in the slot. I mean, we bring in Nick Chubb. Maybe we look at another running back. If Tolbert and Mingo hasn't taken the next step, maybe we do look at Amari Cooper. Maybe Amari Cooper is not a 2. Maybe he's a 3. If we can get him cheap, $3-4 million, we can get him for a 2. Maybe we get King. Now, again, y'all remember what I've been saying about Keenan Allen? If anybody remember what I've been saying about Keenan Allen, see, I haven't been hating on Keenan Allen. But what I have been saying is that Keenan Allen, to me, is not one of these players that you get when you're saying, yeah, man, we just trying to win some games. Nah, I'm not getting Keenan Allen for that. But if I think I'm one player away, well, I go get Keenan Allen. I go get Keenan Allen to eat in the slot. I'll get him to play inside, outside. Man, I'll have him, Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and still work Jalen and Mingo in there from time to time. But I'm telling you, if you really want to take that opportunity, man, you got to take it. Yeah, you got to take it. Mike McKay said the Cowboys are going to win the division. Oh, yeah. We let me go down a little further. I'm sorry. Yeah, man, you got to take it, man. You really do. Daniel M said, something tells me that Dak is starting to become more mature and taking that next step because, he has to step up, and I know that he can, but the ice is running thin as it is. Well, here's the problem, Daniel M. The window is wide open. The window is wide open for Dak Prescott. They're finally making moves. It's wide open. Daniel M, I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if they asked him about it, though. Ryan, he said, dang, he kind of just admitted he didn't have enough. Ryan, is that what you heard, too? Boy, that's tough. Okay, that's tough. Jeanette Rogers, what's going on? That's tough. That's tough right there. I don't know how else to slice it, boy. That's tough. That's tough right there. Woo. My man Drew 912, what's going on tonight? Drew 912, he said Dak throws his own teammates under the bus. What a leader, really? I don't know if he's throwing him under the bus. Stephen Jones said it. We don't have a number 2. Dak Prescott is just reiterating. We needed help at receiver. I don't know how else to put it. He said we need help at receiver. Dak, why do you think you need help at receiver? Look at the numbers. But he also said, but with Tolbert and Mingo, he gave him some credit. He's saying they can be a part of the arsenal. But they just were not number 2s. And, Pickens isn't a number 2. He's a number 1. Lisa Worley, she said, that's right, Tolbert is a number 3. I totally agree with Prescott. Yeah. I mean, Lisa, I don't know if he's saying, I don't think he's saying anything wrong. I just think he's just saying the truth. Steven said it first. Now he's like, hey, we needed help at the position. We needed to give CeeDee Lamb some help. And I noticed on another Dallas Cowboy video released by Dallas on Dallas Cowboys YouTube channel, Stephen Jones is kind of saying, I got all these guys running mates. Yeah. He went and got him help in places they needed help. I don't know what else to tell you. But hey, yeah, Big D, you're right. It's no secret Pickens is way better than Tolbert and Mingo. Give Mingo first dibs on number 3. Tolbert has had his shot. Yeah, Pickens is, man, let me tell you something. And I don't even think Pickens, let me make sure I don't say this. Pickens isn't, nobody underestimates Pickens. Everybody sees his talent. The problem with Pickens is his attitude on the sidelines. People saying stuff like he gives up on certain plays. I mean, and again, it was Pittsburgh where he was. They never had a quarterback over there that I think he actually liked. But again, a lot of teams didn't want him because of his attitude. His talent is crazy. But they didn't want him because of his attitude. Daniel M, he said Mingo and Tolbert battling it out for wide receiver 3 is going to be epic. Yeah. Yeah. For real, it is. It's going to be tough. Cowboy Hater Herder, what's going on? He said, it's too late for that now. He said, so you need a new guy to show up before you can do your job. He said, shaking my head. He said, that's the mentality that's been accepted around here. I don't know, man. I just tell you, that's tough. He just said it like it is. Drew 912, he said, Dak is a player, not an owner. You don't throw your teammates under the bus. No leader at all. I don't know, Drew 912. I disagree with you on that, but I just think he's saying it like it is. I don't think Dak took that as throwing Tolbert under the bus, but more so of saying They know what they are. They're not number twos. I mean, it is what it is. They're not number twos. I don't know how else to put it. Cowboy hater Herder, he said, if that defense is trash again, do we really want to pay Parsons? That's the real question. Hey, Cowboy hater Herder, let me tell you something. They have put players around him. They put players around him, man. He won't be able to say anymore that you remember after the New Orleans Saints game, he said, somebody other than me needs to make plays. I don't think he's going to have that excuse. The question for this defense, Cowboy hater Herder, the question, and don't get me wrong, I think the Cowboys did some great things in the trenches. But the Cowboys have some questions on this defense. We still got to answer the question. Can we stop the run? We won't know that question. That's why I'm so glad we're playing the Philadelphia Eagles. Who better to play than the best running game in the league? Can we stop the run? Number two, who better to play than the Philadelphia Eagles opening up the season? They have one of the best wide receiver duos in the league. We're going to see what Savon Revel Jr. is. We're going to see if Deron Bland is back to full speed. And then we need to know who that third cornerback is going to be. I'm hoping they go get Stephon Gilmore. But we have to see, can they stop the run? I think from the linebacking position, they're going to be fine as far as stopping the run. But the question is, will they be able to stop the run in the trenches? Will they be able to stop the run in the trenches? And also, what is the safety play? There are questions here. Training camp is going to tell us some things. I'm very interested to see what do we look like. What does our defense look like? What is our defense going to look like as we get going? Kenneth Richardson said, we don't need him. True Dot 12, he says there's no such thing as winning on your own. You're right. There's no such thing. And again, I already brought this up at the top of the hour, but, as we started talking about this season, we cannot go another season saying we only go as far as Dak Prescott takes us. We can't go in another season saying this stuff. It is time for this team to step up as a unit. The team has to step up as a unit. We're gonna see where this goes. As Tech, he said McCarthy was not good at adjusting in the game. He was terrible. He always had that lost puppy look every time things went south. And also, he wasn't good game to game. For whatever reason, Mike could never get this team motivated game to game. Yes, sir, Calvin Jefferson, I agree with you. Better scheme this season, too. McCarthy's scheme was outdated. Yeah, I call it the Steelers toast, West Coast offense. Big D, Dak spoke the truth. Nothing wrong with that. We all saw it. And I talked about this when I did the video for this earlier. And I'll be honest with you. I think I might want to see some more of this Dak Prescott. I want to see some more of this type of Dak Prescott. I mean, man, just say it like it is, bro. Just say it like it is. Push this team to be better, man. Just push this team to be better. That's all you need to do. Mike McCain said Dak Prescott is an absolute monster every single season following an injury. Yes, sir. This year's not going to be any different. He made that abundantly clear by the way he decided to trim the fat. He's serious. Yeah, he is. And I do think he sees that window. That window is wide open right now. In year, 10 or 11? The window is wide open. This team is finally making moves. And Jerry said the time to win is now. I don't know why he decided it now, but this is what he said. Daniel M. said, if that window is wide open, then the Cowboys need to do everything they can do to make this roster good, because right now I see an 11-6 team this year. They need to show it on the field. And again, see, this is kind of where I was from the beginning, Daniel M. I'm thinking that the Cowboys are using this year to be competitive, and then next year is when they really go all in as far as quality over quantity in the free agency market. And then in the draft, you get best player available. And then as free agency goes on, now you start looking for that one piece that'll take you over the top. That's kind of what I was thinking. But the George Pickens thing kind of got me thinking that if you're going to get George Pickens and he might only be a one-year rental, Well, how about not waste the rental? How about not wasting the rental? If I were the Cowboys, and now that they have George Pickens, I would literally be approaching this season like this is the season I'm going all in. I would be approaching this season with the understanding that this could be George Pickens' last year with the Cowboys. That's how I'm approaching it. That's exactly how I'm approaching it. I'm not approaching it like, yeah, we're going to sign George, so no worries, we'll just keep building. No, I'm saying, hey, we got George Pickens, and we got him now. So let's get the players to where we got an opportunity to win now, because I don't hear anybody talking about so far that there is a quote-unquote crowned juggernaut in the NFC. The Philadelphia Eagles, they changed personnel. We're going to see what they look like. Washington Commanders, still not sold. Second year for Jaden Daniels. We're going to see what that looks like. Minnesota, they're going to take a step back because now they have their actual quarterback, and this is going to basically be his first season. Detroit Lions, no Ben Johnson, no Aaron Glenn. We don't know what Detroit's going to look like. We don't know what the scheme is going to look like. They're going to be loaded with players, but we don't know what they're going to look like. So there's no, at least at this point, there's no clear number one team in the NFC as far as we know. There's no clear-cut, crowned number one NFC team. The Rams are going to have something to say about this, but there's no team as of yet that anybody is saying, yeah, this is the team that we say that's going to be the juggernaut of the NFC. They're not there yet. They are not there yet. All right, let me read a couple more comments before we get out of here. Yeah, George. Hey, let me tell you something, George. What's going on tonight? Man, let me tell you something. Pickens is talented, man. Pickens is a number one receiver. He's not a number two. Nobody should call this man a number two. He is a number one receiver. He's going to be absolutely dangerous. He is going to be absolutely dangerous. ABC, man, ABC XYZ. He said opening night on one of the 1 in the 6th NFL season is also Dak's mother's birthday. Yes, sir. Super Bowl 60 is Marty Schottenheimer's death date. What? Wow. Woo, boy, you want to talk about a crazy storyline? Yeah, that's a crazy storyline right there. Motivation. Man, that's a storyline right there. I like that. Dang it, yeah, Tobin is not a number two. Not yet. He's not a number two. He's not a number two. He says, Dak, he said you were upset with Michael when he said Dak wasn't a top quarterback. I wasn't upset when he let me put it like this. But what we're talking about is not apples to apples. We're talking about apples to walnuts in a sense. We're talking about Micah Parsons comparing other players, and he really wasn't comparing them to Dak Prescott. I know what Micah Parsons was doing. Micah Parsons was talking about the play of those quarterbacks now. My problem with Micah Parsons was, but you left your quarterback off the list. He left his quarterback off the list. If you think about what Dak Prescott did, Dak Prescott didn't leave Tolbert and Mingo off the list. He just said we needed help at the position. And then he says, and with Tolbert and Mingo, guys who know how to get open, who have had reps in this league, we're building quite an arsenal. So he gave him credit. He didn't do what Micah did. Micah left Dak totally out of the even discussion. Dak Prescott is very mindful. He had them in the discussion. Yeah, he's saying they're a part. They are a part of the arsenal. Dak knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to speak. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Ryan said Parsons has always had other pass rushers around him, but Overshown actually looked better overall. I think Overshown, I think he's going to be the leader of the defense before it's all said and done. Overshown got a different type of energy. Yeah, he got a different type of energy for sure. He got a different type of energy. DJ Mixology J, what's going on? He said, I think that Dak was trying to say anybody that is bringing value and also bringing a winning attitude is a plus. Yeah. And again, DJ Mixology, it is what it is. Hey, man. George Pickens is better than Tolbert and Mingo, man. Bottom line, he's better than them. Dak is saying what we all knew, including the Dallas Cowboys team. They all knew it too. I never once heard Tolbert speak up and say, yeah, I'm a number 2. Stephen Jones said it. We heard Brian Schottenheimer say it. We've heard them all say there is no number 2. And Brian Schottenheimer even said, this is the coach speaking. This isn't the quarterback. This is the coach speaking. The coach said they have the potential to be number 2. What we have to figure out is, how do we get them to make that next step? What's the plan for them to make the next step? I think the issue is, I just don't think neither one of them is a number 2 wide receiver. Well, I don't know about Mingo. We're going to see about Mingo. But I don't think Tolbert is a number 2 wide receiver. But he may make a crazy step this year. And if he does, I'm happy for him. I want him to make the step. Wolf King, he said, Dak is a man of honor and speaks the truth. He's also smart and motivating his teammates, not throwing under the bus here, man. No, again, see, Wolf King, Dak was smart. He said, and with Mingo and with Tolbert and Mingo, we're building an arsenal. Yeah, he's smart. He knows what he's doing. Lisa, she said, when I get George Pickens, they show us that they want to win this year. They're going to the Super Bowl this year. Lisa, if this is how they feel, they're going to have to continue. And I do think they're going to continue to do it. They got to continue to tweak. They do. And they got to let these guys battle it out in camp. They do. They got to let them battle it out. For sure. Battle it out. Best man wins. Daniel Lim said, gee, if this season is go all in, they need to go get Trey Hendrickson. Boy, I would love for them to get Trey Hendrickson. Jeffrey Simmons. Yep. Jair Alexander's in trades to push their chips. Yeah. Yeah, they need to solidify a few things if they really are saying this is what it is. George Cowboys for life. He said, Brian Shoddy is keeping his eyes on Pickens about deep threat plays. Let me tell you, Shoddy, again, people keep telling me he's going to run the ball. He is, but I'm going to tell you something. Boy, he going to run. I mean, he going to throw the ball too. George Cowboys for life, man. I've been following Aaron Donald on TikTok, man. Boy, this dude Aaron Donald got out, man, just because he just wanted to get out healthy. George, boy, Aaron Donald could play right now, man. At least he look like it. Man, Aaron Donald could play right now, boy. Al Gaines, he said, what about when CD said he can't do it by himself? It's not just Dak saying it. Yes, sir. Big D, Eagles game will be a good test. Oh, I love it. It's the exact game I want. It's too early to gauge where it will be, but it'll let us know where we need to be going. Long way to go, long season, but it'll still be a good test and great if we beat the Eagles. Yeah, it'll let us know where we're going. Yes, sir. It'll let us know what we need to be working on. I love it. It's going to be a great one. Yeah. Stephen Jones said the same thing. He said Pickens reminds him of Dez Bryant. Strong hands, and you can throw it up. He's going to get it. It's going to be awesome. Miss Matrix, he said, gee, will you be live streaming games or recap only? Also, you'll be at any games in person this season. Okay. First one. I will live stream some games. You do know, you already know, of course, I'm a preacher, so I will actually be at worship during some of these games. But I do think they did give us They gave us 6, 7 o'clock games. I will stream the 7 o'clock games. Those games I will be streaming the 7 o'clock games. I think I will. If not all of them, I will do some of those. But after every single game, I will be doing the after show. Yeah, I will be doing the after show of every single game. We'll be doing recaps and we'll stream some of the games. And then I do plan on, I just don't know when, because the games are on Sundays. So, but I do plan on going to a couple of games. I would actually like to go to a couple of games and maybe do like a pregame tailgated if I could, and give away hot dogs and stuff like that, and then of course go to a game. So we'll see, because I'm actually pretty close to the stadium. So I mean, the way this thing, it's amazing, Miss Matrix, how this worked out, because I wound up taking a congregation, and I wound up moving to a city that is right by the stadium. And then I started the channel, and all this stuff started happening. So, man, I'm just telling you, it's crazy how this all worked out, the way God worked it out. But yeah, so I will be streaming the 7 o'clock-ish games. Yeah, the 7 o'clock games, I will stream probably 3 or 4 of those. But I'll be doing recaps after every game, and recaps after every game. And then, of course, I do plan to go into maybe a couple of games in person. And our schedule, we're going to get a solid schedule after we get a lot of things completed that we need to get completed. But during the football season, we're going to be going hard. We're going to be doing, we'll be doing not only the recap shows on Sunday nights, we're going to be doing maybe around the 4 o'clock block, probably the 4 o'clock block, 5 days a week. And then we're going to do lunchtime blocks also. We're going to do short lunchtime blocks. They'll probably be about an hour and a half. So we're going to be going twice a day quite a bit once the season starts. We're going to be on top and busy. And we got a whole lot of other things we're going to be doing too. We've already talked about we're going to give away DeMario and Overshown jerseys. And matter of fact, I think what we'll do, we'll probably give away the DeMario and Overshown jerseys. We'll probably give those away. First game back for DeMario and Overshown, we're gonna give away jerseys. We're gonna give away jerseys, but we're gonna be doing a whole lot of things for sure. But again, I appreciate you asking. Yeah, we're gonna be busy during the football season. Daniel M, he said, but gee, the same thing is that they value their draft capital. They do, because they want to stay young and build for the future, when I know the fans are upset about that. Now, they did make a serious move, but again, the George Pickens move is a no-lose situation for the Cowboys. I mean, they can tag him. They can sign him. If he goes away in free agency, they get a third-round compensatory pick. So the Cowboys got a win-win, an absolute win-win with this man. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, George. Let's go, Cowboys. Have a blessed night. You too. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here because I gotta get back on it. Gotta make a video. Gotta go edit some videos. Man, we gotta stay on it. Man. The Cowboys is revving up, man. This schedule thing was absolutely great. Big D, he said, we can beat the Chiefs on Turkey Day. I think we are going to beat them. He said, but it concerns me because we're going to have an emotional game with the Eagles the game before that. I say beat both of them. Oh, yeah, no doubt. At home, too? Yeah, we beating both of them. Yeah, we beating both of them. June 1st is the big day, G. What is that? Training camp, right? Man, I'm excited, man. Boy. Football season is revving up. It's about that time. Man, I might as well, you know what? I might as well close with my new music I let y'all hear. Oh, man. Boy, y'all get ready. That's going to be the music when the season start right there. Woo! Let's go. Yep. Cowboys going to be ready to go. I appreciate y'all rocking with me on this. What is this? Wednesday night, Thursday morning. I'm going to be back at my duty, man. I've been doing some construction on the studio. Boy, I got a lot of stuff to do. But we're trying to get it, man. We're trying to get everything. Y'all will see when it all go. Y'all see how it all looks when it's finished. We got a lot of stuff to go. But we're doing it for the culture, man. We're trying to make this the best Cowboys community that we can. Again, yes, Big D, appreciate you. Good night. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Oh, Jalen Ramsey could be traded. You never know if the Cowboys going all in. They might go for Jalen Ramsey. Let's do it. Good night, Miss Matrix. Appreciate you. Richard Owens, good morning. All right, guys. Appreciate you. See y'all sometime in the AM and the PM. Until the next time, let's talk Cowboys when we talk facts. Peace.